So, welcome to the 2022 All Sports Awards Ceremony. As my tenure as athletic director started in February, I knew that I wanted to bring back an award ceremony in some of its original form, like past athletic directors like Mr. Meyer did. While tonight will look different than in years past, I am still happy to be here to honor and do what we must do, and that's honor our student athletes. This evening we'll be honoring every varsity sport that California has to offer, as well as the cooperative agreements that we have with other schools to participate in their varsity sports. Each sport was given a listing of awards they were allowed to select from this evening to present to their student athletes. Each sport will present their letter winners, where these students have earned recognition for their playing time that they have earned in their respective sport. The following awards you may hear from for each coach will be Most Valuable Player, Rookie of the Year, Sportsmanship Award, and the Most Improved Player Award. As each team is announced as their letter winners, please hold all applause until all letters have been awarded. Players will stay on stage while the remaining awards to their team are given out. Unfortunately, due to the nationwide labor shortage, you will see a little bit different on the table in front of you this evening. The plaques and trophies will be delivered at a later date. This evening, each coach will present a certificate in their place. Once those plaques are completed, I will notify everybody through the athletic Facebook page on when they can come pick up those from the high school office and when I will be available. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get things started with our fall sports presentations. And first up to the microphone is our varsity football coach, Ed Lewis.
All right, hey, first of all, I want to thank Mr. Young here for kind of throwing me under the bus. This is my first California All Sports Banquet, so I really didn't know what to expect, and of course he made me go first. Today, I reached out to a couple of football players, and I had to ask, what goes on at these banquets? I had no clue. I don't know how to dress, of course. But they weren't really aware of what happened in the past either, because I guess the last few years because of COVID and so forth, you didn't have it. But I did hear from some people in the community when I first took this job a couple of years ago that this was something that was a tradition and something that I know the kids and the parents really enjoyed. So hopefully from here on out this will continue. First of all, I'd like to congratulate all the athletes that are here tonight. I know what it takes to be an athlete. It takes a lot of commitment, a lot of dedication, and it's really tough. I mean, if it wasn't tough, our numbers would be more. We'd have more kids, right, playing soccer, volleyball, football, whatever. It is tough to be an athlete. And it's actually getting tougher because there's so many more things for you young people to do. So to be dedicated to a sport is something that I have a great deal of respect for what you guys do in this room. And then when you add the grades to it, that's even more so. That's so important. Speaking of grades, my first year here 2 years ago, one of the things that I wanted to incorporate into our program was a Scholar Athlete Award. And our Scholar Athlete Award basically was throughout the football season, and at the end of the first 9 weeks, if an athlete had nothing less than a B, when we had our football banquet, we gave those kids a plaque and to acknowledge and recognize the importance of the academic part as well. My first year, I think we had 5. And that was from freshman to senior. We had 5 kids who earned that award. This year at our banquet, we had 19 football players who were scholar athletes. So, as far as I'm concerned, as far as awards, for me, coaching football is fun. Teaching them the game, which I love, is fun. But to see them succeed, not only on the field, but in the classroom, is everything to me. And I hope that, you guys and girls continue to do that with your academics. As far as the football goes, our varsity team was 6-3 this year. Not as well as we would have liked, but it was another winning year for us. 3 years that I've been here, we've been in the playoffs all 3 years, and we will continue to be in the playoffs as long as I'm here. Our JV team was 6-1, but that all starts with a great group of seniors. You know, the leadership that I got from these seniors this year was incredible. You know, and I'd like to acknowledge those guys. I'm hoping they're all here, and I just want you to just stand up for a second. Damani Stafford, you stand up. Connor Bates, Nathan Sholoff, here. Hunter Acid, Ethan Fight, Corey Frick, and Donovan Davis. Let's give them a round of applause. You know, as well as having a great group of seniors, and out of those seniors, we ended up with 7 all-conference players this year. We also broke 6 school records this year, which was really good again. As far as letter winners this year, we have, and I'll start with the seniors. You can come back again up here. Okay.
You guys come up this way.
Seniors first. Hunter Acid. Donovan Davis. Ethan Pike. Corey Frick. Nathan Sholoff. Damani Stafford. Connor Davis. Juniors. James Godney. Aiden Loudon. Addison Pinapinto. Cameron McCoolitz. Tanner Pierce. Caden Powell. Brody Todd. And Cole Wolping. Sophomores. Zach Galletti. Jake Layu. And Spencer Petrucci. Freshmen, Caden Monticelli and Christian Ross. So like I said earlier, we had 42 guys on the football team. Yeah, and I know when we had sign-ups earlier in the spring, we had over 50 sign-ups for this year. You know, and I welcome that. I hope that we continue to grow and get bigger and also better. As far as the MVPs, this year's offensive MVP is Hunter Acid. Defensive MVP, Aiden Loudon. Sportsmanship Award, Addison Pinapinto. And Rookie of the Year, Christian Ross. I'd just like to say in closing, you know, good luck to all you seniors and for you underclassmen. Just continue to work hard, not only at your sport, but also academically, you know, and just to make your family and your school and your community proud. Thank you.
We're going to move on to our next fall sport, and that is varsity soccer.
Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jessica Henry. I'm the boys soccer varsity coach. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to David Young for bringing us all here today and making me talk about it. I didn't really have a lot of time to prepare. I am coaching 2 teams this spring, a boys and a girls team, which I'm very excited about. After many trips to BPR, I only had a little bit of time to prepare. So please bear with me. Okay, so before last season began, we got the news that we'd be cut off in Vanessa in order to have a boys and a girls team. Instead of being co-eds, we've been in a crazy season. As a coach, I was elated. The team has always had potential, and with this new opportunity, the possibilities were endless. Even though there were many uncertainties, we had a lot of questions, a lot of upset students that might have to switch schools, wear different colors. The experience has been wonderful. And even though we needed a building up season, we did manage to win a couple of games, which broke our losing streak, so I'll take that as a win. I know it might not seem like much, but over the last season and this spring, these boys have grown and come together like I could never imagine. Now, it is sad that we don't invite the Vanessa kids here, but maybe we can work on that next year, because they are Trojans just like the rest of us. Unfortunately, I don't see many of my players here. I know a lot of them have jobs in other sports, but I do see two, Kai Vanderlaan and Parker Griffin. Thank you for coming tonight. You can go ahead and come up and we'll give you your letters. I'm going to go ahead and name everybody else that earned a letter this season. Starting with juniors, Mason McCrory, Alex Pancratz, Evan Robinson, and Kai Vanderlaan. Sophomores, Dylan Henry, Chris Weston, RJ Wozniak. Freshmen, Jacob Armstrong, Adam Augustine, Liam Cribbins, Aiden Gilmer, and Parker Griffin. Elijah Keene and Tristan Slavic. For the most valuable player, that's Evan Robinson. Sportsmanship award goes to RJ Wozniak. At the time, and we'll have to work on this, I had a hard time choosing Rookie of the Year. To be honest, there's a kid that comes from Vanessa, his name is Caleb Amoroso. He is by far our Rookie of the Year. For our California side. Sportsmanship award, RJ. I have seen you come so far, and I'm happy to see you earn that. So I had a very hard decision to make, and the player that I have decided is the Rookie of the Year is Elijah Keene. Okay, so there are many other coaches that need to talk. Thank you guys for coming, and thank everybody for being here.
We're going to continue on the fall varsity sports with varsity cross country. Mr. Evans.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, David. And the cross country team, it's a small team. We only had 7 boys, we only had 2 girls this year. But boy, they had just an outstanding season. The boys team went 8-2. That was the best season we've had as far as wins, finished 3rd in the section. And the girls team, despite only having 2 runners, they were unable to win any meets because you have to have 5 to be able to score. But both of those girls went on to qualify for states, which is a remarkable accomplishment because in the entire WPIL in Class A, less than 30 girls made states, and our only 2 both qualified. So if you're here tonight, Anna, Georgios, and Rita, time in program history, we had a male runner qualify for states, and that was Colby Kent. I'm awfully proud of these guys. People don't realize how much work is involved in running cross country. It's a tough sport, not only physically but mentally. It's a grind to get out there day after day after day and put the miles in. And these guys, I'm telling you, I never heard one complaint all season, and that is not an exaggeration. They were just the most polite, respectful, just awesome group of kids that you could ever ask to coach. And I was really proud to coach them this year. So without further ado, I'd like to hand out some awards here. For our boys MVP, I'd like to recognize Colby Kent. And for our girls MVP, Anna Georgius. And for the sportsmanship awards, these two are going to double dip here because they were just outstanding representatives of our school. They lifted everybody else up at all times, led by example. They were the first to congratulate other runners on other teams for a job well done, and I couldn't be prouder of these kids. So the sportsmanship award for Anna for Colby as well. And for our rookies of the year, these two, this is a brother and sister, and I don't think they're here tonight, I don't see them here. Alina and Liam, you guys here by chance? The McLaughlins. They joined the team kind of out of the blue last year. They're homeschooled, living within our district. And they showed up, and neither of them had ever run a day before in their life, before showing up in June. And by the end of the season, Liam was an all-state runner. And while Liam was not, the progress that he showed throughout the season was nothing short of remarkable. So they are our rookies of the year. And to recognize our letter winners, if you're here, please come up. Jay Dan, Colby, of course, Jacob Kochman, Stephen Gwynn, Kai Vanderlam, Ian McLaughlin, Lucas Bloom, Alina McLaughlin, and Anna Georgians.
I knew that I was going to make one mistake, and I apologize, Renee. I must have not double-checked both sides of the program. I had my notes and different things. But without further ado, I would like to welcome Track Cat Coach of the Year in volleyball, Renee Pastor.
Good evening. Before I begin presenting our awards today, I would like to take this time to thank California Area School District, and I'm going to try and do this without crying, for giving me the opportunity to coach for these past 7 years. As a former student here, volleyball player, and now coach, California will always be near and dear to my heart. I've had the pleasure to coach some amazingly talented and bright young ladies and coach side by side with some of the best assistants. I want to thank Coach Tiana Quivers for all her hard work this year and to the 2021 and 22 volleyball team, especially the class of 2022. For an outstanding season, for your dedication and your resiliency. I wish you all the very, very best. This year, we finished second in our section with a 10-2 record. We only lost to Mapletown. Mapletown is a team that did win the section this year. In Whitfield, we finished third, which gave us the opportunity to go to states. In finishing third in Whitfield, we beat Mapletown. So good job, girls. We lost in the first round of states to the #1 seeded team, Clarion. Clarion did go on to win states this year. So we had several girls that made the all-section team. First team, Jordan Cruz and Taylor Castro. Second team, Gianna Grillo and Alexis Sherman. Third team, Gianna O'Brien. We also had some girls that made all WIPUL. First team, Taylor Castro. Second team, Alexis Sherman. Third team, Jordan Cruz and Gianna Grillo. Congratulations, ladies, again for an outstanding season. I am so very, very proud of you. And to all the athletes here tonight, congratulations. Now for the awards. We will announce the lettermen first. Arabella Kolditz, come on up. Jordan Cruz. Jenna Dixon. Gianna Grillo. McKenna Hewitt. Gianna O'Brien. Taylor Pasco. Alexis Sherman. Brooke Bella. Aslyn Kolditz. Reagan Gillen. And Retiah Porter. We have an offensive MVP, and that award goes to Gianna Grillo. Our defensive MVP goes to Taylor Pasco. Our sportsmanship award goes to Aslyn Kolditz. Our Rookie of the Year goes to Ava Boytosh.
And to finish off our fall sports, we're going to honor our varsity cheerleaders.
Hi, everyone. So cheerleading is a little different than all the other sports being honored here tonight. Our season runs from officially August until March. These girls get maybe a week break off between football and basketball. They have cheerleading commitments 3 to sometimes 5 nights a week, depending on the season, in addition to keeping up with their grades and all of the other activities that my girls do. Not only do they have to have at least a 2.0 GPA, almost all of them, if not all of them, participate in at least one other sport. We were very lucky enough this year to have 10 incremental seniors, most of which have been cheerleaders since they were tiny little babies. So I'm going to start with my letter winners. Kira Abrams, Kylie Burkage, Arabella Kolditz, Christine Goodwin, Gianna Grillo, Anna Jean Glenn, McKenna Hewitt, Alyssa Canishiro, Gianna O'Brien, O'Neill, Sophia Sherlock, Morgan Ziegler, and Alexis Mikoski. Danielle and I had a very difficult time deciding who we're going to get these awards because we had 10 amazing seniors this year, along with 9 freshmen to make up almost the majority of our team. Our most valuable player this year is Gianna O'Brien. Our sportsmanship award goes to Arabelle Holditz. And earning another Rookie of the Year is Ava Boytosh.
Alrighty, so not only do we offer all of our sports here, but we do have student athletes that go participate in other schools for their sports that we do not actually offer. So I'm going to go ahead and present all of their letter winners for those individual sports, and there are 5 of them. First up, our varsity girls soccer players from Menneson. When I call your name, please come to the stage. Kayla Saley, Samantha Saylor, Reagan Crivens, Ava Fetty, Erica Shantz, Casey Lawyer, Lucy Neese, and Elena Henry. For our second cooperative sport is varsity wrestling that we offer at Best Center, and that goes to Jacob Leahy and Cameron McCullish. We also do offer varsity hockey for Ringgold, and those 2 letter winners are Ethan Saylor and Trenton Hawk. 2 last individuals are our varsity swimming student who made it all the way to the States, and that is Anna Georgius. And our last independent student, and that is a varsity gymnastics student that was first in my career and first for a while that I've seen an independent athlete. And that goes to Abigail Sullivan. We're going to move on to the winter portion of today's program, and next to the microphone is varsity boys basketball coach Aaron Ball. And assistant coach for the basketball started. I knew you were coming up.
big public speaker, and one of my setbacks as being a coach is I was never a limelight fan. I want to thank this class particularly, yeah. That, you know, when I first stepped into the head coach role, they were a young crew, very absorbent, very willing to learn and grow, and I'm appreciative of you guys particularly because it was always welcome. You guys knew you had a young coach. That's not always an advantage, especially in the basketball environment. There's things that I've been taught, there's things I've learned along the way. I've worn out welcomes with local coaches and friends and colleagues that I've looked up to, always asking and seeking advice for your benefit. And if I ever sold you short, I always take that apology. Okay? I always take that on my shoulders. Even in the short seasons we've had, I mean, it goes so fast that looking back, the initial success was an enjoyable ride. And it was bittersweet this season because I wanted nothing more than success for this class and everybody beneath you. You guys are great example setters. The first time I haven't had to heard about a grade, so thank you for that. And it's just been, you know, a wonderful ride, so I appreciate everything you guys have done for that. Offensive MVP. Actually, let me step back. I'll get all the lettermen up here, and then we'll roll through these MVPs. Start with, there were captains as well, but Hunter Saad, Corey Frick, Drew Thomas. Other lettermen are Kirk Miller, Aiden Loudon, Caden Powell, John Martini, Mel O'Neill, Spencer Petrucci. Effective field goal percentage, 37%, 54 from the free throw line, averaging 10.4 points per game, and 208 just this season. Offensive MVP is Hunter Saad. Played physical his entire minutes, played his role excellent. This kid has just been fantastic with how he is as a role player. He's quiet, but if you look back on the film and everything, this kid he played a huge role defensively. Led the team in rebounds, 132 just this season. Defensively, 81 as the leader, 22 steals, and 50 points off of a turnover. Okay? So he led the team in that as well, which is crucial, in 10 blocks. Defensive MVP, Aiden Loudon. Rookie of the Year, being a first-year contributor, he shot 42% effective field goal, 105 points just one season, 10 blocks, 24 steals, 36 deflections, was Fred Bernard. So he'll be a Rookie of the Year. Sportsmanship Award. This, save this one for last particularly, and why I keep using that word, but this award always spoke more than just the sport regarding basketball, etc. I mean, this award spoke on your character, how you carried yourself, the role you played, how you lifted each other up, his personal qualities, his positive energy every day at practice, game, scrimmage. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that Drew Thomas gets this award. Even in the times, I mean, nobody wants a loss or a tough practice, but the role we're in, it has to be sought. And Drew would come up, he'd stay after, I don't know, every practice. I lost count, so thank you, Coach. I'm like, for what? You're just teaching the game and you're having fun. We just lost, I'm having fun. All right, I mean, that's that's why I stepped into this role. It was in my initial interview. It was always more about the X's and O's than it was wins and losses, and offensive schemes, defensive schemes. So thank you, Drew, and everyone else out there. You guys have been crucial in my career, and those who didn't make it as well. I mean, you guys have played a huge part. We already heard once about opportunities. I encourage if anybody's a Coach K fan or basketball fan in general, Coach K's retirement ceremony hit two topics he initially talked about were opportunities and the belief behind those opportunities and what you can create, no matter how small or how big. So student athletes here, basketball, football, soccer, everything just in life. Remember, anytime you get that golden opportunity, when it's backed by belief, and it's been proven that you will always have success. You will always have success. If there's a negative outlet to address it, move forward from it, continue positivity, encouragement, and just keep growing. Because there's so much more in life past this, and I respect everything that you guys have taught me as well as that. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Next up in our basketball category is Ms. Melanie Greco for varsity girls basketball.
Hi everyone. I would like to start with thanking everyone for welcoming me to California Area School District. From the first day I've been here, I could not have been more blessed with wonderful kids and parents, great administration support, support from other coaches that are in the room. Aaron and Lou, we shared the gym over the winter. I couldn't thank you guys enough for all that you did for us and the girls. It's been a great experience. The girls worked incredibly hard from the beginning of the season all the way through the playoffs. Many of you don't realize we had an opening weekend filled with lots of fun and hard work. We gave out an award over that weekend. We don't have it here with us, but we did have a mini camp princess, and that was for Kaya, but we don't have your crown here tonight. She was our princess for the weekend, and that led off activities. We had a really nice year. The girls worked just incredibly hard. We battled through lots of injuries. I think all of our seniors were injured at one point. I think from the first game, we made it until the last weekend of the season to have all of the team together again. So we worked through a lot of sickness, injuries, ups and downs. The girls really pulled it together at the end. They went on a streak at the end of the season. We had senior night on Thursday. We went to Uniontown, which was a 5-day school, on Friday, and finished Saturday afternoon at Avella, and they won 3 games in less than 72 hours to get ready for the playoffs. So we're really proud of the progress and all of the things that they did over the course of the year. Marissa's going to hand out our letter pins. So we're going to start from freshman, Addison Gregory. Sophomore, Rakaya Porter, Gabby Pinto, and Madison Polis. Our juniors were Delaney Ruth and Samantha Schmidt. And our seniors were Jordan Cruz, McKenna Hewitt, Alexis Sherman, and Kendall Russell. year, we had a freshman that came in and she worked her tail off. And she gained the trust of all of these ladies on the stage. They loved playing with her. By the end of the season, she even started a game or two. She ended a lot of games on the court, and that would be Addison Gregory. Our sportsmanship award, I feel like this should be like every possible award in the world, on top of the fact that Sherm brought up our grade point average. So we're going to give our sportsmanship award to the kindest girl in the world, Alexis Sherman. This next award, this young lady battled through a lot of injury, frustration, hard work, begging to get into the gym, when it wasn't designated gym time. And it really paid off for her. By the end of the season, she was starting games, scoring in double digits. Samantha Schmisnick. I don't think anybody in the room has any doubt about who our most valuable player was. She was all section, 1,000-point scorer. Friday night, I had the honor of watching her participate in the Round Ball Classic. Kendall Weston.
So as this award ceremony is known for honoring all of our student athletes, it's also a specific time to honor our senior student athletes. So there are 16 individuals that have lettered all 4 years in their respective sport. And I'm going to call all 16 of them up at the same time. Kira Abrams, Arabella Collis, Fred Kennard, Jordan Cruz, Christine Goodwin, Deanna Grillo, McKenna Hewitt, Jordan Kearns, Colby Kent, Gianna O'Brien, Taylor Pasco, Ethan Saylor, Alexis Sherman, Mason Sholok, Delani Stafford, and Connor Digg. And then before they run, if I can keep John Grillo, Arabella Collis, Jordan Cruz, Alexis Sherman, and McKenna Hewitt, everybody else can go take a seat. And then Hunter Assad can also come join us. So as a senior, they have a lot of activities that they are managing throughout their careers. And it's very important to honor these individuals as they have participated in multiple sports in their senior year. So, for our 3 sport athletes, Hunter Assad, football, basketball, and baseball, Gianna Grillo, volleyball, cheerleading, and track, and Arabella Collis, volleyball, cheerleading, and track. his senior year. We have 2 of those. Jordan Cruz, volleyball, basketball, softball, and track, and Alexis Sherman, volleyball, cheerleading, basketball, and track. And then because this individual can just play 4 sports, she had to play 5 sports, and then Lieutenant Hewitt with volleyball, cheerleading, basketball, softball, and track. We're going to go ahead and move on to the spring sports presentations, and next on the microphone is going to be varsity baseball coach Lou Pasquale.
Good evening, all. Before I get started with any type of award to talk about the season, I need to bring one other person over to Aaron Ball. For those of you who didn't know, Aaron was my assistant baseball coach for 3 years here. His first year as head basketball coach, I was his assistant basketball coach. And then, excuse me, my second year, not my first year as baseball coach, he was my assistant. And our second year, we got a couple of these. I don't know how many out there got them, but we got them, and some of you students got them. Okay, so, thank you, Bush, for that. I'm just going to go ahead and hit the letterman. Christopher Weston, Aiden Lowe, Addison Pinto, Caden Powell, come on up, Vince, Don Martini, Jay Kochman, Jesse Byrne, Connor Bigg, Freddie Conrad, Jordan Kearns, and Hunter. That's all. I brought this big file folder to talk about, but we're not going to use it. Page on 10, I had like 10 minutes.
I did not tell you
For these seniors right here, their baseball record in 3 seasons, if you lost on the COVID, is 42-13. That's 77% of wins. Pretty much. Please on where you are. Come on. Brody Todd. There you are. Drew was our sportsmanship award winner last year. Due to injury, he couldn't play, but he was there more than I was, I think. So I had to give it to him. He showed everybody, including the coaching staff, what the teammate needs. This year, excuse me, the sportsmanship award winner is not here, and that's Jesse Byrne. Same kind of attitude, great kid. I decided not to do a Rookie of the Year award. I went with the most improved player because I thought that was more important. And that goes to Brody Todd. I prefer to call MVP Player of the Year, and it was voted on by the team. I had nothing to do with this, with any other two coaches. Hunter Assault. Those who play basketball and those who play baseball, you know what time it is? We gotta get out of here. Date night. Thank you.
So I have the change my hat now, and I need to talk about my own team, and that's the varsity softball team. So, this season, we finished with a record of 5-11. We were one game short of the playoffs, and the heartbreaking was we lost both of our playoff clinching games to Bentworth by 1 run each, 9-8, and then 8-7. But I want to go ahead and honor my Letterman winners, and those are Kendall Griffin, Kendall Weston, Alessia Zemba, Kayla Saley, Kara Yurt, Harley Harkins, Jordan Cruz, McKenna Hewitt, Delaney Bezos, Maya Owens, Abigail Salzman, Gabby Pendo, and Megan Harmon. All right, so I took the same approach as Coach Blue, and I went as well as the most valuable player of the year, most improved, sportsmanship, and then I also did our rookie year. So I'm going to go in the backwards order. My rookie of the year goes to an individual that transferred into this district in the fall, who came in and just completely worked out every single aspect. She could be in the gym, she could be in the weight room, and she totally transformed as our starting first baseman. That goes to Kayla Saley. Sportsmanship award winner. So I think the girls would always call this individual as the mother of the team. She would always be ready to get them excited and get them ready to go in each inning if we needed a little bit of a pumping up. And that goes to number 4, Kendall Weston. Our most improved award. This individual, she can agree that she had a very rough last year where she was academically ineligible a lot, and this year she came out of her shell and completely produced, being second in average on the team, and producing out of the 9th spot in the lineup where it's crucial to really turn that lineup over. And that goes to my right fielder, Kendall Griffin. And last but not least, my most valuable player. This goes to an individual that the role that she plays throughout is most integral in the softball game behind the plate or on the hot corner and third base, and that goes to Jordan Cruz. All right, and welcome back to playing for our last varsity sport, Mr. Matt Lewis of varsity track.
All right, thanks again, everybody. I'm really blessed to be able to coach two just terrific sports at this school. Track season is actually still ongoing. We have the state championships coming up this weekend, so I'd like to start by acknowledging we do have a state qualifier in our midst. Ellen Hill, would you please rise? Ellen will be traveling to Shippensburg University this weekend. She will compete on Friday. She was one of the top 5 high jumpers in the entire WPIL for Class AA. So congratulations, Ellen. Track is a unique sport in many aspects. It's a sport where there's really, I consider, 2 seasons. You have the team season and then you have the individual season. The team season, both the girls and the boys were successful this year in many ways. Both teams finished 5-3, third in the section, just missed the playoffs, in both instances by very, very narrow margins. So incredibly proud of them, but also on an individual level. The WPL championships, to qualify for that, you have to finish in the top 16 of your respective event. There's 18 events in track and field, but we're competing amongst all single and double A schools. And there's only 2 classifications in the WPL for track, it's AA and AAA. So there's a lot of competition, but to finish in the top 16 is quite impressive. And this year we were lucky enough to have 10 students from our track team qualify as top 16 participants. It's just an incredible accomplishment. We had more athletes qualify for the Whitfields this year than any other high school in Fayette, Greene, or Washington County. So, as far as the awards, I guess I'm going to start with we'll go with the MVP in sportsmanship and Rookie of the Year awards. MVP, it really was a no-brainer on both for the boys and the girls. These 2 individuals won pretty much every single race that they competed in throughout the season. They dominated the section. They ran multiple events, and they never once disappointed. So for the boys, I'd like to recognize Colby Kent. And for the girls, Brianna Brother. For the Sportsmanship Award, there was no shortage of qualified candidates. I mean, we just like with my cross-country team, just blessed with a tremendous group of kids who pick each other up and push and motivate each other and come and work their tails off every day. But, we had to pick one. So for the boys, Cameron Kwok, and for the girls, Sportsmanship and Terry. And Rookie of the Year, this is another one. There were several individuals that could have gone home with this award. It really was a toss-up because how do you choose when you have individuals who are dominating their respective events? But again, you still have to pick one. So for the boys, our Rookie of the Year was Christian Ross, and for our girls, Ellen Yates. Now for the Letterman Awards. Okay, I know you guys want to go home. Be patient. It's a long list. We had 46 kids come out for track and field this year. And while not all of them lettered, the vast majority of them did. So bear with me here as I read off the names. Hopefully they take anyone off the list. Okay. We'll start with the boys. I have DJ Armstrong, Ethan Coble, Jay Danick, Donovan Davis, Ethan Fight, Stephen Gwynn, Dylan Henry, Aiden Jobs, Eli Keene, Jonah Keene, Kobe Kemp, Jake Levy, Mia McLaughlin, Tanner Pierce, Cameron Kwok, Lee Kwok, Evan Robinson, Christian Ross, Mike Isoko, and Kai Van. And our girls' letter winners, I have Chloe Bujanowski, Arabella Kolditz, Azzy Kolditz, Jordan Cruz, Ava Fetty, Anna Georgigas, Reagan Gilman, Addison Gregory, Gianna Grillo, McKenna Hewitt, Kaylee Kaneshiro, Alina McLaughlin, Ellen Neal, Taylor Pasco, Rakai Porter, and Alexis Sherman.
All right, so in closing, I do want to thank everyone for attending this evening. I was a little skeptical with not having an RSVP system to know how many individuals actually show up in terms of athletes, in terms of parents. So I do appreciate this full crowd this evening. And I appreciate all your patience. I've been in this role for only 3 months, and I'm learning every single day and trying to get everything going as well as I can. So I do appreciate everything. But as we conclude this evening, please make your way to the cafeteria because there are a bunch of cupcakes and cookies and a nice reception to finish off the shoot. So congratulations, everybody. Thank you so much.